Well, I'm back here at CLELAND. It's 1:26 in the afternoon. The park now closes at 4:30. The gates are locked at 5, so that's a little bit longer. I'm going to go down and have a look at the bananas, see if they're flowering or not. From my photographs from 2008, they were putting up flower stalks a month ago, so you know, we might even be able to see if they're setting seed or not. Maybe even been past it, because I remember going back in, I think it was January or I think it was once a few years ago, and they were really knocked back by the early new year, surprisingly so. So I don't know what to expect, you know, a month later than those photographs I took in 2008, and from the various walks I took with Donnie. The first one, I think, in 2003, when we actually just walked right past them, because we were expecting them to be about this big off the ground, and they weren't. And then we saw them the following year, and of course they ran out of footage on the VHS camera. It's not like these days with SD cards, you can just plug in a new SD card. But then again, you know, Australia's like 15 years behind the rest of the world, thanks to King John Howard doing nothing on broadband for 10 years. You get on an extra 5 of gearing up times, and basically we're about 15 years behind the rest of the world. So, you know, are we ever going to catch up? You know, we almost needed this GFC to slow the rest of the world down so we could catch up. Rather ironic in a way. Okay. It's quite a nice pleasant day. It's 24 degrees. It'll be 26 degrees over the next few days, but I'm sure by the third week of February we'll have a few 46-degree days, and it's going to be absolutely devastating if we have a bushfire, because we haven't had a bushfire in this area since 1982 and 83, the 2 Ash Wednesdays back to back. The most devastating being the second one, Ash Wednesday 2, when the front paper of the Sunday Mail had the statement, "Adelaide ringed by fire," and literally that's what will happen if the Adelaide Hills goes ablaze again. And we're due for one. Every 25, 50, 100 years have a big blaze, just like we have snow on the top of Mount Lofty. Every 25, 50, 100 years you have some snow at the top of Mount Lofty, and just like air gets filled with water every in sort of time frame like that. And so it's been very unusual, because we've had lake air filled twice in 2 years in a row in recent times. And of course we had the reporters who actually reported on that. They all died in a helicopter crash last year. So yeah, not good. But I suppose at least we're living in the digital age, and their footage. So I don't think we've even seen the quality of their footage properly yet, because I haven't even got a Blu-ray yet. I was hoping to get a Blu-ray for Christmas last year. Maybe I'll get one this year, and hopefully I can see what all the fuss is about. As far as I can see, it's all a load of fuss. I haven't seen any evidence so far to, you know, say, oh wow, that's a, you know, jaw-dropping experience. I mean, anyway, we're going down this track here. I think you've seen it before on other films I did earlier on this year. So as I say, it's been a bad year for me. A lot of people have failed me, and I think I just have to go off on my own. I think that's what I am. I think I'm the explorer type. I just have to cut the hard graphs myself, come back with the knowledge. As I said, this year we've broken the calcifuge barrier, something that they said that thought was impossible, but I mean that's the only plus for this year, I think, is finding a seep, dingo wolf tracks, and breaking the calcifuge barrier. 3 out of 5 ain't bad, I suppose. I mean, and hopefully I'll clear up the fly trap thing over summer, and then next as we go into autumn and back into the cool, you know, the wet part of the year, I'll go back to the magnets, because I've discovered with the one I made for, I'm out by 90 degrees. 90, can you believe it? 90 degrees. Well, I was on mind altering drugs at the time, so I suppose I can be forgiven about that, you know. But we'll see how we go, and I'll start off with the railgun idea, and if that works, well, basically that means the general idea is correct, and just have to build the bloody thing, and which it isn't too hard, since I've already built one before. Just got I got the plane and the magnets out by 90 degrees. Oh, it's almost funny. It's almost laughable in a way. Truth is stranger than fiction. It certainly is. So, anyway, so and we'll make use of the idea of reciprocity of magnetism. So as you put your magnets together, the poles go out into the distance, and your stray lines of force disappear on either side. So that's, most people think that's a negative, but that's actually a positive, because then as the lines become closer together, more parallel, all the extraneous lines, of course, they disappear because of the reciprocity of magnetism as the poles go further and further out. Of course, if you put it round into a loop, of course, you're basically getting a torus effect. So, you know, like when you have a torus for you know, transformers, electromagnetic induction sort of thing. All the business goes on inside the iron core, and there's no extraneous stray magnetism outside the torus, of course. It's the same sort of idea. Once you put all these magnets around in a torus type shape, you basically have no magnetism outside the shape. You've only got it on the inside, and that seems like a negative, isn't it? Oh, I've just lost all my magnetism. Where has it gone? It's still in there, in the centre. Seems like a negative. It's actually a positive, because you've got rid of all that extraneous stray lines of force that getting in the way for stopping things from working. They diminish until they go, you know, basically in a way you're taking the limit on them. So that's the idea where we're heading. We're going to test it out with the sort of the rail gun idea, and if that works, well, if you put the rail gun in a circle, then you should get your basic idea, and then of course you go to the wheel stage, and you know, you can get out there and try it yourself. But I've broken it down to the basic unit element of two magnets joined together, and then you just stack them all together into a rail gun, and then you get enough of them, you put them in a loop to get it going, bound in a circle. And the advantage of that is it should go both directions. You just lean it one way, it goes one way. You lean it over the other way, it goes the other way, which hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate. And then it's just going back to building the bloody wheel things again. But getting it right this time, put the magnets 90 degrees to what they were before. Oh, it's laughable in a way. But anyway, it's a nice day, and hopefully I'll be back to normal in quotes next year. But I've still got these odd, weird feelings every now and again, late at night when I'm hungry and things like that. And you know, every now and then I got the feeling of something crawling around in my right ear, sort of thing. I think, oh great, thank you very much, you know. Well, one thing I used to bank on was my hearing, you know. But anyway, yeah, I hope I won't end up like Beethoven, bloody deaf. Okay, anyway, we'll see how we go. Over and out for now.